Hello, my name is Niels. I'm here again to talk about creating a programming language. Now it's still about how to create a parser, meaning how to recognize the structure of a programming language. And so far what we have is we can recognize function signatures. But so far we can't recognize comments. And we really would love to recognize comments. So we have like these sort of comments, and yeah, that's important for us. So what I'm gonna do right now is just make sure we load that file, and it has like the same style of comments as JavaScript would have. And what we will see is that our parser will not recognize any items whatsoever. And by the way, I'm increasing the font size. I think that's a good idea. I don't need that window here. And now I don't even need that window here. Not now. So how do we go about recognizing comments? Because there's something very hard about them. They can occur virtually everywhere, like even here. Or in between function arguments. And maybe at the end of lines. So it's super complicated actually. They can be everywhere and we need to skip past them. How do we deal with this, specifically this property of them, that they can occur everywhere? It feels like a thousand places we would need to make sure we have our parsers ready, but there is something that will help us, and that is just realizing that every time we need to recognize white space, we would also just need to recognize comments. Right. We have our parser trait in utils, I think, where we skip white space. Now let's just see what happens if we apply this function to something beginning with a white space in this file. So of course the first thing we would skip is this section until here, and then something non-white space would occur. The next thing we should do is just check if the next part of the text we find is like this double slash, or maybe this this thing here. So we see if we have at least two characters. This is applying, and I want to match the first two characters. And see if, I will do this differently. I will just say if our input starts with something like this. We can do this using the tag parser. Let's just remain in the realm of using parser combinators for this. We can always write a manual thing like this. Even here we could have done it, or at least we could have recognize these characters using the I think trim start function. But let's just stick with the num library as much as we can, and let's just get this thing called tag. So if we recognize like a line comment, what we will do is what's this? Oh no! Of course. There's the whole discussion about error types with this tag thing, which I sometimes forget about. So in this case I will derive, I will do something else, not use the num functions, but do this a bit more manually. We actually don't need to do this, it's optional, because we will take until we find a new wire at the end of the line, and that's that. Now we want to skip the characters leading up to the end of the line. My microphone is up here, down there, so don't wonder about this. We want to skip to the end of the line, and we have seen already the take wire parser here. So we know what we can do. I don't think I need this window all that much. We know what we can do, and we can use a very similar parser called TakeUntil. TakeUntil, and then what we want is read till we hit a new line. And this will always, I think, work. It's great. By the way, what the Rust analyzer is telling me, or I think Clippy is telling it, is that we can do just use this and not have to worry about some other stuff, which is great, I think. Okay, now we have this, and this will have this line comment removed, and you know it will still fail if we have another line comment, and it will still fail if we have this. So what we do is just recursively call the parse ws function on rest. And that's that then. So now we do the second, there's the very same thing, but it's just that we will do this with multi-line comments. And of course, we need to recognize them, and then we do not take until we hit the new line character, but until we hit these characters, right? How do we do this? Well, it should be a non-complete, and we can just look something up. Well, how would I do this even? Because I am not sure. I'm not sure what the best option is. To do this with nom, to do this in a gracious way. But I know we can probably just search with the standard string function for the first occurrence of this this combination of letters here, this. And we will do just that for now. Might be not the optimal way. And it's called size. That's something interesting, isn't it? There is apparently a nom function called find substring. We would need to delve into error handling at this point in order to do this properly. I will just return some very generic error, and you will see a bad practice here because I don't actually want to go into error handling at all at this point. I will just return a somewhat generic error that doesn't really explain what's going on, but explains it a little. We panic here. Oh no, this is unreachable. This unwrapping is super weird, by the way. It's just that I need to look up how to do error handling in nom again. And if you know how to do it better, please comment, man. I'm just returning the error the tag thing would return, and that's that. But okay, we have found by byte position of the substring. Also, pos plus 2 is the first character after this, and so what we want is the rest is now everything that comes after the comment. All of this is a bit weird, right? It is, I know. Basically, every time we hit a comment, so we are searching for white space, and then every time we hit a comment, we repeat the process. We search for white space, and then if we hit a comment, we skip that comment, and we repeat the process. We search for white space, and if we find a comment, we skip that comment, and then we search for white space, and we didn't find a comment here. This is nice. This is what we want. We start parsing. So let's just check if it runs now. And yeah, we have that. We have our two function definitions that you can see here. Everything works out fine. We skip past comments graciously and we ignore them. Just to be clear, maybe we want to not ignore the comments, because if you later on want to build a parser or a formatter from your parser, well, it's going to be important. But I don't care about this as of now, because it's most fun if you actually get something done. Now we can parse comments, which makes me really happy at this moment. Until next time, and I hope this video is better than the last one. If you enjoy it, consider just commenting or something. It would mean a lot to me, because it's so motivating. Have a nice day and take care.